Welcome to Live a Home SG's Let's Hear It From the Ground series. Whenever you think of upgrading or transiting from one property to another, do you often find yourself having the same dilemma that many sellers face? Two common concerns I often hear on the ground are: number one, do we have ample time to buy if we sell too fast? Or should we sell first and buy after? Second, if I am intending to upgrade with minimal cash down payment, is that even possible? The reason why you could be experiencing these uncertainties is because you may find the information presented online being too unclear or too scattered. Perhaps another reason could be due to feeling unsafe, that we could end up not having ample time to move out, thus resulting to having to find last-minute rentals, which can be hefty in cost. The worst is miscalculation in finances, which either could be selling at a lower than expected selling price or purchasing an overpriced property. In today's Let's Hear It From the Ground series, we have Colin, who has been one of my longest term client turned friends. Colin has just successfully purchased his new home, where he has been looking forward to moving closer to town for his family's convenience. Also, he has gotten a super smooth transition, which has enabled him to transit seamlessly from one home to another. Let's find out how he feels about the process and what tips he has to give for sellers like you.
Yeah, hi Kelly. Myself and my wife, our 4-year-old son, our help out, we were looking to move closer to the town. We originally were living in the north part of Singapore, and we were looking to move closer to town. We've known Kelly as a family now for 5 or 6 years. She helped us with our previous purchase of property, so we were very happy to go back and speak to Kelly again. There's a number of things we encountered over the process, and there's some things I would like to say to anybody who was undergoing this. This process for us started in January of last year, when Kelly came over and explained to us in great detail the process and the financial stages we would go through. That for us was probably the most important meeting we had. At that point we decided to pause for 6 months. We came back in July and restarted the process. For us, throughout this purchase, we found that the good communication was the most important thing to resolve any hiccups that are going to happen in a complicated and dynamic environment like Singapore. You're not just buying a house, you're also selling a house. And for most people, and certainly for ourselves, the purchase and the sale of your property is probably one of the most important decisions you'll ever make. And going to a top professional like Kelly and her team was something I would highly recommend for anyone to do in those circumstances. The internet is not your friend, it's overwhelmingly complicated. You need someone with the communication skills, professionalism and experience to guide you through this process. And I would recommend anybody in similar circumstances to go to a professional, and I would certainly recommend Kelly and her team if you're in that position.
So Colin, can I ask you, as a seller, were there any hiccups along the way?
There are always hiccups in a complicated sale like a house. You're dealing with many different stakeholders, the purchaser, their agent, HDB, the government agencies and lawyers. There are always things that go as you don't expect them, and you should be prepared for that.
Right. So, in your opinion, how were these problems resolved?
The best way is through clear and effective communication. Sometimes you don't understand, as someone who doesn't work in property, the expectations and especially the timelines involved. Sometimes these timelines can be very extended compared to what you expect, and you need the reassurance from your property professional that things are progressing well. Communication and integrity and trust will solve all these problems.
Got it. So what advice or tips do you have for all the sellers who are watching this?
Sellers or buyers, the Singapore property market is a dynamic and complicated world. Things that are true today may not be true tomorrow. Seek a professional, find someone you can establish a good relationship with, that's got good communication skills, that understands the market, and listen to them, would be my advice.
Thank you, Colin, for your time. I hope this information was helpful for you. If you're keen to find out more on how we are able to customize each and every client's housing transition smoothly for both financial and timeline aspects, feel free to drop me a message and I will keep in touch with you. I'm Kelly from Live a Home SG. Live a home. We take your home as our own. Bye.